Good evening. Today is Thursday, October 15th, 2020. I now call this Fairfield Board of Education meeting to order. And Mrs. Lane, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Begley?
Here.
Mr. Birding?
Present.
Mrs. Gundrum?
Here.
Mrs. Shorter?
Here.
Mrs. Gundrum, will you lead us in the pledge, please?
Yes. Pledge allegiance to the flag.
Under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Mrs. Gundrum. First item on the agenda is a motion for the appointment of a public official. The appointment of Scott Clark to serve as a Board of Education member effective October 15, 2020 through December 31, 2021, to fill the unexpired term due to the resignation of Carrie O'Neill. At this time, I will entertain a motion to accept the appointment.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments from the board? Okay, Mrs. Lane, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Begley?
Yes.
Mrs. Gundrum?
Yes.
Mrs. Shorter?
Yes.
Mr. Birding?
Yes, motion passes. Okay, Mr. Begley, would you please do the honor of administering the oath of office to Mr. Clark?
Yes, sir, it would be my honor. Mr. Clark, will you meet me at the podium, please? Mr. Clark, I'm going to read the oath of office. If you are so inclined at the end, please say, "I do." Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Ohio, and that you will faithfully and impartially discharge your duties as a member of the Board of Education of Fairfield City School District, Butler County, Ohio, to the best of your ability, in accordance with the laws now in effect and hereafter to be enacted during your continuance in said office and until your successor is elected and qualified? Congratulations, Mr. Clark.
Okay, Mrs. Lane, will you please note in the minutes that the oath has been administered?
I will.
Okay, at this time, I'll ask for board comments, and I'll start with Mr. Begley.
Yes, thank you. When a board member leaves, you're always unsure what happens next and how many good quality candidates you'll get on very short notice, which are the rules of the state of Ohio. And we were blessed to have 6 quality candidates. We interviewed 3 of them. They were all excellent and would have been fine board members. But I'm very pleased with the selection we made of Mr. Clark. His work within the community in a volunteer manner speaks for itself. He's involved in the schools, and as he said in his interview, children are his passion, and he'll be an excellent addition to our board. And I wish Mrs. O'Neill well and her future and all that she does, and certainly thank her one last time for her efforts.
Thank you. Mrs. Shorter?
Yes, congratulations, Mr. Clark. I was really impressed with the amount of work that you've done with kids and what you've done in the community. I know you're going to be an excellent board member, so welcome aboard. We're glad to have you. You have to pick up quickly, and thankfully you're a quick study based on your package, so welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Mrs. Gundrum?
I agree with Mr. Bailey and Mrs. Shorter. We had a lot of good candidates, and the ones we interviewed, I think any of them would have been a good board member. But after the interviews and learning more about Mr. Clark and his professional background and his extensive work within the community, I have no doubt that he'll be an asset to the board. So I look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I too look forward to working with you, Mr. Clark. Your resume was amazing. It obviously was good enough for us to want to interview you. And there were, like Mr. Begley said, there was 6 very strong candidates that we were looking at. And I think that your extensive work in the community is what kind of sets you apart from everybody else. And you interviewed very well. And I'm very excited to get you working on this board, because I think you have a lot of great characteristics to bring and add to this board. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Would you like to say anything?
Yeah, I was actually volunteering right before I got here at the golf course, serving some candies to some kids today. But yes, thank you to the board for the opportunity to serve the district. I truly love our community of amazing students and families that we have here, and I'm looking forward to working side by side with each one of you, as well as with Mr. Smith and his great team that he has. So thank you very much for the opportunity.
Great, well, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Okay, get your pen ready, because here we go. You ready? All right, so